Hey guys, welcome back to Lost in the Sauce. Today we're making rustic Italian bread, or Italian slipper bread, or ciabatta, or artisan, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to need 2 big old bowls. In the first, you're going to put 1 packet of dry active yeast and 1 cup of warm water. It has to be warm. Mix it together, sit it aside for 8 to 10 minutes. In the other bowl, you're gonna take 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt, and you're gonna combine that really well. You can use a fork, or in this case, I used a forked spoon, like a wooden spoon, but almost like a spork. It's weird, I know. But you're gonna mix all that together thoroughly. In those 8 to 10 minutes, it's been 10 for mine, your yeast mixture will look like this, nice and creamy, if you will. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly add this mixture to your floured mixture and mix it along the way. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. Once all of your yeast mixture is in it, it's going to look something like this. Then you're gonna take another 1 cup of warm water, and we're slowly gonna add in a little bit at a time. Basically, this is just to get rid of that stickiness. We want it to be elastic, but we don't want it to be sticky. You might not use that whole cup. I used about 3/4 cup of it, so just be mindful of that. Don't pour it all in. Then we're gonna take some flour, sprinkle it on top, and rub it on your hands, and we're gonna start kneading that dough. You do not need to over knead this dough. Need to over knead. Then you're gonna form it into a ball, toss it into your bowl with a kitchen towel over it and a little bit of sugar, and wait an hour for it to rise. Once it's risen, we're gonna do the same thing again. Put some more flour on it, roll it into a ball, stick that kitchen towel over it, let it rise for another hour, and then I'm gonna do it a 3rd time. So you could do it 2 to 3 times, just depending on how much time you have. Once all of your rising is done, you're going to line a baking sheet with parchment paper, put your bread on top with some flour, and make it look like an oval, but rounded on each side, not pointed. Then you're gonna score the middle. This is really important so that when your bread is rising in the oven, it can release that pressure by kind of splitting open. If you don't do this, it's not gonna cook correctly on the inside, and it's not gonna be able to release that pressure, so it's just gonna be very dense. Now, I am scoring some decoration on here, which I've never done before, so bear with me. I used some dental floss just to make my lines, and then, yes guys, I'm using a Cricut tip as my blade so that I can kind of make these little leaf designs that, yes, I saw on another YouTuber's channel, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I've got to try this more often. Probably better with sourdough or wheat, but I tried it for this and it didn't turn out so bad. Then we're gonna take some oil, sprinkle it all over the top. This is olive oil. I did take a little plastic brush too, cooking brush, and just kind of worked it all into that bread as well. Take some sea salt and sprinkle that on top. It'll get nice and crispy and give just an extra flavor. Stick it in the oven at 375 for 30 to 35 minutes. While you're waiting, I did take some minced garlic, butter, olive oil, basil, and onion powder, and melted that all together until it was nice and fragrant, and set that aside. We're gonna make some garlic bread out of this. When it's all done, you're gonna tap it on the bottom, see that it's nice and hollow, and look how pretty this turned out. I mean, oh my gosh, it's adorable. I love it. Can't wait to serve it at parties. Then I'm gonna slice it up, put that nice little garlic butter mixture on top, stick it back in the oven at 415-ish for just a couple minutes till it gets nice and crispy. I did make a pasta bake with this, but I'm telling you, you have to try it. And don't forget to subscribe to Lost in the Sauce with Casey.